A Quad Cities native is starting to dominate the tennis court. Nicholas Patrick is currently ranked 8th in the United States tennis for boys 14 and under. I spoke with Nicholas earlier this week, and the 8th grader believes he's just starting to find his groove and he's only getting better. He may only be 14 years old, but Nicholas Patrick is a pretty good tennis player. And this past weekend, he played in a national tournament in North Carolina, and he finished in first place out of 128 competitors. Nicholas won 7 matches in 5 days, and he did not lose any sets.
Well, to me, winning really wasn't the goal going in. It was just to better myself, see how I could do. But, I ended up pulling out the victory, and, it felt really great. I felt like everything really worked out for itself, and all my hard work kind of paid off.
Nicholas's father, Dan Patrick, has trained him his whole life, and Dan is just proud of how much his son has overcome.
Just very proud of him and having him stick with it. I mean, a lot of kids will give up if they, at the first sign of frustration or failure, and he's had a lot of frustration and he's had some failures, and I think he's actually learned from his failures, and that's what's really been impressive about Nicholas, is that he's been able to come out of that period of time.
In the past year, Nicholas has really amped up his training, even going to different states to help with his development.
We got to train a little bit together, a little bit more than we probably would have had COVID not hit. And then he trained down in Naples, Florida in the summer of 2020. And he took off after his 2 months of training down in Florida with a very highly ranked friend of his that he got to stay with while he was down there. And he will do the same this summer.
Well, I do. I feel like the last few years a lot has changed. With COVID hitting, I feel like even since then it's just a lot has changed. I got to train for a while and work on my game and better myself, and I feel like I've grown quite a bit since then.
Nicholas knows his strengths, and he uses them to his advantage.
He is conditioned, one of the best conditioned players out there. A lot of the players he played this last weekend, there were highly ranked players, did not fare as well, and Nicholas was able to utilize his strengths of lasting longer than his opponents. His backhand is tremendous. It always has been. The thing that's really made Nicholas go in the last month or two is his physicality, his 7 to 8 months of growth in probably a span of 7 months, and that makes a big difference when you're at the highest levels in the nation.
Nicholas is motivated to continue to get better and to prove to himself that he's one of the best.
Yeah, to me it's more, internal. I feel like I kind of push myself a little bit. There's obviously a lot of external forces, but I feel like when I win, it's for me. It's all my hard work paying off, and it's really something special.
Nicholas will attend Alleman High School in the fall. I'm Corey Roldan, Local 4 Sports.